Well, all my gamer friendulums. If you told me just a few years ago that they were going to make a show based on the Fallout series, I'd be like, yo, crazy. If you told me then a couple years ago they were going to make a Fallout show and it was going to be excellent, I was like, you even more crazy. But if they told me that they were going to make a Fallout show, it was excellent, and it got 16 Emmy nominations, I'd be like, bro, you are out of your mind. But here we are. The 2024 Emmy nominations just came out today, and I'm actually blown away at how many nominations they got. 16 nama fucking nations, and that is fucking awesome. I couldn't be more happier. I was hoping they were going to get some type of acknowledgments, but 16 Emmys is way more than I would have expected. And I'm going to get deeper into all categories they got nominated for after the intro. Well, of course, all my friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. And here I am over on the official Emmys website. So this is the second Emmys this year, actually, because of the strikes. Last year, they pushed the award ceremony to January of this year. But here we are on the follow page, a page just for all the nominations that it has. It's so awesome. So let's get into it. Let's break it down. Awards and nominations, 16. The number one nomination is Outstanding Fantasy Sci-Fi Costume. Also, I should show who they're going up against in these categories. And over here, the other nominees are Ahsoka and Echo. So that's 3 Disney shows. Loki, I don't know. I never could get into it as much as I wanted to. What We Do in the Shadows and Follow. So those are what it's going up against. There's interesting competition with the Disney and the high quality of production value they have, regardless of how you feel about their shows. They still have production value. Also, it says specifically it's for the end, so I'm wondering why they always just pick an episode and not just the whole show. Second nomination, Outstanding Stunt Coordination for Drama Programming. And who is it going up against? FBI's Most Wanted, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Rookie, and Warrior. I haven't seen any of these shows to know how they would do, so no idea. Next category, Outstanding Production Design for a Narrative, Period, or Fantasy Program, 1 hour or more. The end was the first episode of the entire show, so I'm curious as to why they do it that way. And who is it going up against? Fallout, Palm Royale, don't know. Ripley, didn't see. Shogun, amazing. Gilded Age. Shogun was the first really awesome show that I saw this year, and Shogun itself has 25 nominations, and that's a lot of stinking nominations, but it deserves it. If it wasn't for Follow coming out, this would be my favorite show of the year. I gotta give it to Follow because it was just so damn good. But this show, Shogun, is amazing as well. You gotta check it out. Next category, Outstanding Picture Editing for a Drama Series. Going up against... So Follows there twice. So they have 2 nominations in one category. Outstanding Picture Editing for Drama Series, The End, which is the pilot episode, and The Ghouls, which episode that happens later in the show. Going up against Three Body Problem, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, and Slow Horses. That's how good the show is. It's getting 2 nominations in one category. Next up, Outstanding Main Title Design. The title were cool. Right. The titles were like every single title of each episode was a different style, which represented what that episode was going to be about. So that was cool. I like that they did that. And who are they going up against? Three Body Problem, Lessons in Chemistry, Palm Royale, Shogun, and Silo. I watched the first season of Silo, and I liked it. So maybe there's a second season? Outstanding period or fantasy sci-fi makeup. Non-prosthetic. The Head. The episode where everyone was going after the head that Lucy cut off the doctor guy. Who is it going up against? Feud, Capote versus the Swans, Palm Royale, Shogun, and the Crown. Outstanding prosthetic makeup? Of course. I really hope it wins this one. The next one up that I've already seen is the one I want to win more than anything, and you'll see why in a minute. And that was what's so amazing about the makeup, was how thin it was, but it's still, you could see Walton and you could see his expression. Yeah, see, Ahsoka is the only other one in The Witcher. I mean, I didn't see True Detective, but The Witcher, I don't even remember if I watched The Witcher in 2023 or 2024, I mean. I haven't been following this show because I don't have Netflix anymore right now. And now here we go, the one that I'm really excited about. Outstanding lead actor in a drama series, Walton fucking Goggins, and goddamn he deserved this nomination. This dude chewed up every single scene he was in. Could not take his eyes off him. But again, he did play two characters. Character as an actor and his character as a ghoul. And every single fucking scene he was in as a ghoul is just like, you couldn't take your eyes off him. He was absolutely incredible. But who is he going up against? Idris Elba. Haven't seen that show. No idea. Donald Glover. Gary Oldman. I love him. So if you won, that'd be cool. So I do know how awesome he was. So these are only two shows I've seen. Dominic West. Now that is an old ass picture because I know what that dude looks like, and he does not look like that anymore. And The Crown. So yeah, that's a little weird. Sure, this looks like from back before when he was on The Wire. Next one, outstanding drama series. Interesting that it's in the drama series because it's more of a dark comedy, a satire, but it isn't like laugh out loud hilarious like I was kind of hoping it would be. So I'm interesting to see. See, look, but then down here it's saying outstanding sound editing for a comedy or drama. So they're putting comedy and drama in the same category. Who are they going up against? Drama series: Three Body, Smith, Shogun, Slow Horses, The Morning Show, Gilded Age, and The Crown. The Gilded Age sounds like a video game. Outstanding sound editing for a comedy drama series, Fallout the Target, and it is going up against Three Body Problem, Avatar, Shogun, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Next category, outstanding sound mixing for a comedy or drama series, 1 hour. Other nominees, Three Body Problem, Loki, Shogun, and The Crown. You're definitely seeing Shogun a lot. But Shogun got 25 noms. That's a lot of stinking noms. Like, that's awesome too, though, because that was a great show. If Follow had to lose a category out to something like I'd be okay with Shogun. Other shows, I haven't seen enough, or not at all, to be able to compare. But Shogun is fucking excellent. Outstanding special effects in a season or a movie. Ahsoka, Avatar The Last Ass-Bender, Loki, and Shitgun. Outstanding stunt performance. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, The Continental, and The Righteous Gemstones. Stunt performance for The Righteous Gemstones? This is a really funny show, too. Stunt performance, that's a weird one because it's not a stunty type show. What else do we got? Outstanding writing for a drama series. For the end episode, which was written by Geneva Robertson and Graham Wagner. The other nominees, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun is there twice, Slow Horses, and The Crown. Outstanding music supervision. This is the last one. Baby Reindeer, Fargo, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Only Murders in the Bill, True Detective. So this is amazing and awesome, and I'm so excited, and I was hoping it would get some noms, but I was really not expecting 16. So down here in Deadline, they mentioned that it's one of the most nominated shows that Amazon Prime has ever in a single year, though the Marvelous Maisel put up 20, and it's also another shining moment for video game adaptations. Absolutely. I think the stigma is finally gone, following the success of Last of Us last year. So does that mean, that means earlier this year when they were giving out the 2023 noms, The Last of Us won a bunch of shit. So in the same year, technically, a video game show got a bunch of noms, and that's awesome. It's a 25-year-old game franchise that just keeps getting more and more relevant with the way that it takes on a lot of serious issues about our society and our deepest fears, but it plays with them in a really fun way and makes it a world that you want to spend time in. Series show creator and showrunner Geneva Robertson Dorrit told Deadline. I'm jealous of both of them so much to be able to write on a show like this. Yes, and the other one guy was Graham Wagner. Follow originated from a really wild and creative period of video game making and television. And television, it seems, and television seems, but I'm pretty sure that should be it, seems to be catching up to that moment now, similar to movies catching up to the somewhat psychedelic Marvel comics of the 60s and 70s. So I feel like we're in that pattern. So he wrote for Portlandia before this, so that was pretty interesting. I actually didn't know that. Then decade writing comic series Portlandia. Anyone? Whatever that means. Wagner says that one of the most exciting moments of Fallout nominations and other is the blurring of the line between comedy and drama. It's like between every single paragraph is another link. It's like, that's a lot. I've never seen that many links Like literally between every paragraph, there's another link to something else. That's a bit much. But at the same time, I've felt for a long time that sometimes comedy suffers from announcing that it's comedy and humor becomes expected and routine, that when the whole function is to catch you off guard. So I think that we shouldn't let these categories drive the creative. Creative, it seems, like these days, is doing what it wants. Follow is perhaps a perfect example of a show that blurs those lines. Set in a post-apocalyptic late Los Angeles brought about by nuclear decimation. The series isn't all doom and gloom the way that many contemporary series that deal with the end of the world are. Look at this. One sentence and there's another link between both of them. Like, holy cannoli, guys. I do think the humor is serviced by the drama and the gravitas that are significant. Wagner said, we have comedy people working on the show, and Geneva brought in a bunch of drama people working on the show. So both camps fed one another, I think, in a really helpful way. So yes, Graham was from the comedy side, and Geneva was from the drama side. So they worked together to create an outstanding show. It helps, of course, to have Walton Goggins, who is nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, who Robertson Duart calls the best in the world at both. Absolutely. There is no one who can deliver a more dramatic monologue and say in a more unexpected way, but there's also no one funnier. Wagner and Robinson were still reeling from their nominations when they hopped on the phone at deadline, with the later expressing gratitude that all those sacrifices that people on our cast and crew made are being recognized. The pair are hard at work on season 2 of Fallout, which was greenlit quite quickly after the first season debuted, given that it put up record viewership for Amazon. They remain tight-lipped about the details of season 2, but Robertson Doris says they say are having a blast with it. Well, I should hope. The crazy thing about making season 1 is that you have 8 hours to adapt a franchise in which there's thousands of hours of gameplay to draw from. And it means that you have to leave so many of your favorite pieces of the mythology behind. So we're honestly just excited to be able to deliver. So we're honestly just excited to get to be able to dive deeper into it and show audiences more of this incredible world. As they continue to write, Wagner says they're discovering that there's plenty of story to sustain them far past season 2, if Amazon allows. Teasing, we barely scratch the surface of the world in Fallout, and it seems like season 2, we're getting another scratch in. There's more to be done, absolutely. They could go on for many seasons. And there you have it, my friends. I'm absolutely blown away with how many nominations that it got. I wasn't sure that they would acknowledge it because of it being so sci-fi. I was just kind of surprised at something that's almost, I would call hard sci-fi in a way, getting so many nominations. Plus Walton getting a nomination, and I hope he gets more later on, because there's a lot of awards that I remember late last year and earlier this year, Pedro kept popping up like he won an award here, he wanted this award, he won a Spirit Award, he won a Globe, he wanted that. We just kept seeing him winning and winning, and now I'm hoping I see the same with Walton, and he wins this, he wins that, he wins everything, because he deserves all the awards. But he does have some stiff competition. But we will find out in September, mid-September, I believe was the date. So I can't wait. I'll definitely be paying attention to it the day of the awards, to see how well Fallout does, because I'm hoping it'll win some at least. But beyond that, my friends, please tell me how excited you are. If you are, you should be excited. If you're not, what are you doing watching this video? Go do something else. But for real, I can't wait to find out how the show does and if it gets more nominations for other things. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. And above all else, don't forget to keep gaming.